That is awesome, dude. Look how red he is. That's real animal style right there.
Look at that.
That is a day maker, baby. Oh, look at that. Today I'm at South Seas Island Resort, Captiva, Florida, fishing with my good friend, Captain Nick Fischer. Can't wait to get on the water. It's March and we are in full-blown spring mode. The weather is absolutely incredible. Really one of the nicest Marches I can remember us ever having. You know, March is usually windy and a few cold fronts mixed in, and it has been absolutely gorgeous. We've had really calm days, warm temps, water temps are rising up near 80 degrees already, and things are absolutely firing off. Hey gang, today I'm back in beautiful Captiva, Florida. You know, it's one of my very favorite places here, South Seas Island Resort. One of my favorite guys, Captain Nick Fischer, is taking me fishing. We couldn't have drawn it up any better. We got a beautiful day.
This is just absolutely gorgeous.
What do you think?
You know, we're just gonna roll dice on everything. We're gonna see, maybe find some tarpon, maybe try to get some snook. We might head offshore.
We got one of those days.
Yeah, if the world is ours, we got great tides on a new moon.
Water temp's good. I mean, everything's right.
Yeah, it's been warm, so you know all the fish are kind of pushing into our areas. Like a tarpon just starting to show up. The snook are starting to push the passes. You know, there could be permit, kingfit. You know,
who knows?
Yeah,
I like it. And we're going fishing.
We're going fishing. That's all that matters on a beautiful day like this.
Let's do it. The Silver King, as a lot of you know, is one of my favorite fish to target. And when they start to show up down here, it makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up a little bit. I get excited, and it's just an incredible, incredible place to be. You know, those fish travel. When they get to a spot, they're usually hungry. And if you can catch them, you know, right after that big transition, it's usually game on.
We're gonna be cut baiting these tarpon. They're coming off the bridge and they're sitting on this deeper trough, and they're just gonna come by in waves, and we're just gonna chump for them and try to get them back behind our slick, back behind our boat, and start hooking them. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a weight, pretty simple rig, just a weight and a 7/0 circle hook, and just putting them on the bottom. We're using cut thread fins today.
60-pound fluorocarbon, 50-pound braid, and the Bull Bay tarpon rods, Spin Fisher 6500s, perfect tarpon setup. Really nothing like the first tarpon fishing trip of the year. Wasn't even sure we were going to be able to do this, but water temps have come up. It's a little bit early, but all the conditions just lined up right. You got to remember that your moon phases and your water temps really dictate everything. As that water temp just kept coming up, these tarpon pushed in here a little bit early, and we could be in for some really, really good early season tarpon action here. We're on! That didn't take long.
That didn't take long at all.
That didn't take long. First fish of the year, baby.
Oh, there he is.
Nice fish too.
Perfect.
Yeah, not a 50-pounder. Just in case you were wondering. It's not a 50-pound tarpon. That didn't take long.
That didn't take long at all.
That didn't take long. First fish of the year, baby. I was like, dude, that felt
Like it felt.
like he thumped it. It's a good fish too. I don't know about a 50 pounder. Yeah, there ain't nothing 50 pounds about that fish. Just in case you were wondering, Nick's like, oh yeah, there's some nice little tarpon. They're like, 50, 60 pounders. Yeah, okay. Boy, those hooks work so good.
Oh, it's unbelievable how sharp they are. And
It really makes all the difference in the world. I talked to Nick the night before this trip was scheduled, and he said, I saw some tarpon today. You might want to bring the tarpon rods. And I thought, wow, it's really, really early. But if Nick Fischer says bring the tarpon rods, I'm excited, and we're bringing the tarpon rods.
we just had one go right underneath our boat too.
I like them when they do that.
Yeah. You can get a double.
Dude, you and I in tarpon, right?
Remember last time, I think your first cast you got one?
Yeah.
You literally throw it down, last like half a second, you stick one, straight up. Oh, there he is!
Nice fish too.
Perfect.
Yeah, not a 50 pounder. Just in case you were wondering. It's not a 50-pound tarpon. Comes up again. When you get a moniker like the Silver King in the world of saltwater fishing, where there's so many incredible game fish, you know that you have made a mark on many, many people's lives. Coming at us. I got leader. I got fish.
Look at that go!
Good morning, South Seas Island Resort.
That's right.
What are you having for breakfast today?
GT's, giant tarpon.
Take 2 fried eggs with a side of poon. Everything busts loose here on the west coast of Florida when the water temp gets right. 70 to 80 degrees is really a great earmark. Things just come alive. The bait shows up. Again, water temperature, moon phases, all those things really, when they come together right, the west coast of Florida, the fishing's as good here as anywhere on the planet. Tell you what, when you're fighting tarpon, the drag on your reel and the backbone on your rod are everything. If you don't have the right equipment, this can be really a tough task. These bull bait tarpon rods are ridiculous. It's just so powerful. Come here, pumpkin.
Come on, I just want to get
I know,
that
we're
piercing
just trying to get your picture and let you go.
out. Get that lip piercing out.
Exactly. Get over here.
She's hooked right in the clipper.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get her right here. Oh yeah.
Boom, get it. Got her, I'm giving you some slack. Not 50 pounds.
Not 50 pounds.
Tarpon are one of those fish that just, they call them the Silver King for a reason. And they're just so beautiful and so majestic, A 100-pound fish, an 80-pound fish, they tell me is close to 100 years old. And to me, that's just a spectacular piece of information when you get blessed enough to catch and release one of these incredible fish, And I've caught real little tarpon, and I've caught some 40-pound and 50-pound tarpon, but you get a fish on in that 100-pound class, and you start to really think about how long that fish has been swimming in these waters and how blessed you are to put your hands on that fish and then release them to be caught another day. There's just something about tarpon fishing. There's a beauty and it's just such a majestic event. There's just nothing like it. Tarpon season is a special, special time of the year for me.
Look at that hook blade, perfect, right in the corner.
Atta boy. You don't get any better than that, my friend. Atta boy, nice 50-pounder to open the morning.
50 times 2.
Woo! All right, let's do another one.
Yeah,
I'm ready. I think it's your turn.
I think so. It's only right.
It's only proper, exactly. boy. What you got, Daddy-O? Oh, nice.
That's a good one. Oh my God, we're gonna have to chase this
I
one.
was gonna say, we probably ought to go. This whole area of the west coast of Florida, you know, near Boca Grande, Captiva, Sanibel, this is really the tarpon fishing capital of the world. And they show up here early, they work their way up the coast, and boy, you can see the excitement as the boats all come together. And then once that first fish flies, everybody knows it's game on.
Slow down. All right, good. We're tarpon fishing, there's a lot of boats. It's just gonna happen. What's nice is that, as you see right here, I got a fish on these guys that are reeling up their lines to keep mine out of the way. It's just courtesy. We're all trying to do the same thing. You know, we're all trying to catch tarpon. And we all want to land one, so we just all do it, you know, help each other out.
Nick Fischer's dad and brother, Ozzy, both were guides. You know, Ozzy and Nick grew up with their dad being one of the best guides on the west coast of Florida. These kids are just dialed in. They're so much fun to fish with because their knowledge, their understanding of how this fishery works is really, really special. And it's generational, you know, because they were able to learn from their dad and pick up the nuances.
There he is.
Tell you what, those hooks are awesome.
Yeah, it's right in that button. You see
Yeah,
that?
yeah, right in the button. That hook is incredible. Woo. Didn't like that, did you?
Oh, he didn't like you.
That's the first one I've tried to grab this season, and
Got your bath?
well, I just can't backhand it like that. You gotta grab them.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta grab them. You put your hand in their mouth. You get that hook out of there, they come alive a little bit. Yeah, I got you that time. Come here. Oh, she don't like me at all. Woo!
She wants to go, she wants to go.
Yeah, gotta let her go when they want to go. Woo! Brother, nice fish.
Thank you, man. Thank
How good
you.
is that? I love catching tarpon, but even when you're on the boat with somebody else that catches a tarpon, the adrenaline that goes through the boat is absolutely spectacular.
Absolutely.
The power, the drag screaming, I mean, almost spooled us. Just a totally different fish than the fish we had first thing this morning.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, your fish was down and dirty, and this one was like
Long and
Usain
lean.
Bolt, dude. It just took off. I mean,
Long and lean.
yeah, man.
That's
Hey,
awesome. Nice job, kid.
Thank you, man.
Hey gang, this week's Real Animals Tip of the Week, I want to talk to you about tarpon tackle. You know, these fish are so precious to our fishery, and I hear stories about people who fight tarpon too long. You know, if you're in a 1 hour, 2 hour fight with a tarpon, you're probably going to kill that fish. It's really, really important that you bring the right rod and the right reel to the battle to kind of get that fish to the boat, get it revived, and get it released. The other thing it does, it reduces the amount of time that a predator like a shark could get to your tarpon as well. I always say that, you know, you got 30 minutes to get that fish to the boat. That's why I love these bull bay tarpon rods. This is a 30 to 50 pound class rod. It's extra heavy, so it's got a great backbone, but it's got a fast action tip, so I can still make long casts with crabs or with threadfin herrings, any of that stuff. I use 50 pound braided line. I use Spiderwire Ultracast Invisibraid. We were using 60 pound fluorocarbon today, which is just a great leader, kind of down. You can go to 80 or 100 if the water's dirty. Water's pretty clean this time of year, so we had to drop it to 60, but it worked just fine. Big 7/0 hook. Penn 6500 spin fisher, something with a big drag surface. You don't want to go with a real small reel that doesn't have that big drag surface, doesn't have enough power to slow that fish down, tire it out so you can get it to the boat, all right? This stuff is really, really the ideal setup. You want to be able to put some heat on that fish, make it work, tire it out, get it to the boat, catch your fish of a lifetime. This is a great tip, something I want you guys to take to heart. If you're going to go to battle with big tarpon, get the right gear.
The South Seas Island Resort on Captiva Island is a 330-acre wildlife preserve which spans 2.5 miles of pristine white sand beaches. Enjoy some of Florida's best fishing, from snook and tarpon to grouper and kingfish, or play a round of golf overlooking the crystal clear waters of the Gulf of Mexico. The Real Animals Fishing Show can't recommend a better island-style getaway than the South Seas Island Resort.
So we get our second tarpon to the boat. We each had a morning tarpon on, and Nick said he had a bunch of really big snook hanging on some docks and wanted to know if I wanted to go catch one of those, and I couldn't think of any better way to wrap up the morning and, you know, do 2 tarpon and then roll and see if we can catch a big snook. Get him, dog, get him, dog. Attaboy. Nick's like, no, you coming. No, you coming out of that dock. Nice fish, attaboy. What an epic fishery.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Tarpon for breakfast, snook for lunch. This fish are in the passes already.
Yeah.
Nice, pretty fish, clean, all silvered up from being on that sandy bottom.
Yep.
Beautiful snook. You had to show me up?
Well, you know,
boy.
I just wanted to make sure this route still works.
You gotta come down here, South Seas Island Resort. Tarpon in the morning, snook for lunch. It just doesn't get any better. Nick Fischer just getting it done. One of the best captains on the west coast of Florida. You know, when you're dock fishing, the bite, the fish, you know, they know that structure way better than we know it. You take a big thread fin like that and you pitch it up under the dock, and you know that you have to be on your game. You're gonna feel a thump, and then it can be over that quick because they know where those pilings are. So the adrenaline just gets going right away because you know you got a split second to get that fish and his head turned and coming at you, and if you don't, you're gonna lose that battle.
There you go, Mike.
Get out of there. Come here, pumpkin. Oh, nice fish. Look at that. Pretty snook. That is a really nice fish. Beautiful snook.
This one's blind in one eye.
Ah, no wonder I caught him. Wow, look at that, huh?
Beautiful snook.
Good size to them, great color. They look like they're in good shape.
Healthy fish.
Healthy fish, exactly. We're making the run back to the resort and kind of putting a wrap on our day here. And, you know, lo and behold, we see a school of fish on the beach. And we spin around not knowing exactly what they are, but knowing they're big fish, and we got to get a look at them. And we got a school of 20-pound jacks on the beach. And there really isn't a better fighting fish inshore in the state of Florida than big jacks, especially when you find them like this. So we knew we had to play with a couple of them. That's awesome. That's awesome right there. Oh my God.
They're like piranhas.
Dude. It's just really another incredible Real Animals adventure here. You know, South Seas Island Resort, Captain Nick Fischer. My first tarpon of the season for 2020, absolutely spectacular. You know, opportunity to catch big snook and just be able to fish this incredibly beautiful fishery. It just doesn't get any better than this, you know. It's just a day that I won't soon forget. Woo! telling you, that's a morning workout, Captiva Florida South Sea Stout right there. That's a big jack. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Get that hook out of there for me,
I
buddy.
got you, bud.
Right in the corner of the yap.
Yep.
What a cool fish. Bonus, morning bonus. Go be with your friends. Go be with your friends. Thanks for playing. And there's so much here to offer anglers. It's really, really unbelievable. I don't think there's really any place like it that I've ever been in the world where you can do such, great offshore, world-class offshore fishing, world-class snook and red fishing in the backcountry, and it's the tarpon fishing capital of the world. All right here on the west coast of Florida. It's just an amazing place when you mix it in with the, the incredible amenities on this resort, the golf and the beach and, the pools and such great stuff for the family to do, and then to be able to do world-class fishing right here. It's really, really a special place.